Today we're gonna look at the VICTORINOX Skipper again, and I'm gonna argue that it might be the best tool you can carry every day when you're at sea or around the boat. For example, opening different kind of deck fills is an easy task with this tool. Normally you would try this out with maybe a plier of some sort, but you don't need that, and it's actually easier just to use this kind of marlin spike. Here we have another type of deck fill, maybe the most common one. And since the marlin spike on the skipper is so thick, you can use it here as well. Here I'm threading a sheet for the foresail through cam cleats. This is quite the unusual use for the skipper. I was up in a tree to try to tie a rope high up on a branch and try to pull the rope so that it would tighten around the branch. But the snare line wouldn't tighten around the branch, so we used the Phillips on the skipper instead to push the knot up. So here, just using the regular knife here with the serrated blade, I'm removing this fender cover. This might be the best knife I've ever had for cutting rope and textiles. Actually, it's just ground on one side so that it has a blade that would cut into wood steeply, so it's not for whittling, but for cutting textiles it's perfect. And it's also perfect for shaving, as I will show you here in a moment. When diving you cannot have a mustache, since there will be no seal between the skin and the dive mask. So when diving you cannot have a mustache. Arriving at the dive site with a mustache could actually ruin your dive if you don't have a shaving tool with you, which I didn't have yesterday. So that's almost turned into a disaster when I thought about the skipper and the blade there, and I just tried to shave with it, and it turned out to be really competent at that job actually, and it saved the day. It might not have been the closest shave I've ever had, but actually not the worst either. You can only use the inner part of the blade, as the serration starts like 1/3 out from the blade. So this would be perfect for trimming a mustache, but not for the other parts of your beard, as you can't use the end part of the blade, just the beginning, closest to the handle. Those of you who have seen my other videos might already be familiar with the way you can use this skipper to drive screws with a Leatherman ratchet driver. It is a really convenient way to use the ratchet driver with this tool. It stays fixated and you can apply almost all the force you want to. As you can see here, it makes a short process of driving these screws in and out. When you're at sea, you need to do a lot of sewing, and I always carry like 3 or 4 needles. I find the VICTORINOX plier to be one of the most effective tools when sewing, actually, as it can hold the needles very firmly, which helps you push the needle through the material. So the marlin spike again, it's really convenient to use around the boat, as you have a lot of shackles to open and close. And the other way to open a shackle is to put something through the hole. So you have 2 ways to open shackles with this VICTORINOX Skipper. So, thank you for watching, and subscribe so you don't miss my next video. And if you want to see a longer version of this video, just search my channel.